Okay, so first I will tell you about the definition of the diabetes. Diabetes is a chronic disease in the form of a metabolic disorder characterized by blood sugar level that exceed normal limits. The cause of the increase in blood sugar level is the basis for grouping the types of diabetes mellitus. Okay, so there is three types of diabetes mellitus. The first is type 1, increase in blood sugar levels due to damage to pancreatic beta cells so that insulin production does not exist at all. And secondly, there is type 2, sufficient insulin levels but insulin cannot function properly in controlling blood sugar. And the last is gestational type, that is increased blood sugar during pregnancy. This disorder usually occurs in the 24th week of pregnancy and blood sugar levels will return to normal after delivery.
Okay, in here I will read this data with the analysis data. Point 1. There are 4 provinces with the highest prevalence in 2013 and 2018. Namely, Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta, DKI Jakarta, North Sulawesi, and East Kalimantan. There are several provinces with the highest increase in prevalence of 0.9%, namely Riau, DKI Jakarta, Banten, Gorontalo, and West Papua. The prevalence of diabetes by province in 2018 also saw that the province of East Nusa Tenggara has the lowest prevalence of 0.9%, followed by Maluku and Papua of 1.1%. In this point 2, according to the level of education, it saw that private college or university level of education had the highest proportion in the 2013 risk cases and 2018 risk cases, 2.5% and 2.8%. Meanwhile, the students with a lower education level than university or academy have a prevalence of less than 2%. This can be assumed to be related to lifestyle and access to case detection in health services in the group with a college or university education level. Point 3. The prevalence of diabetes mellitus in women is higher than men, with a ratio of 1.78% to 1.21%. And in risk 2013, the prevalence in women to men is 1.7% to 1.4%. In the last 5 years, the prevalence in women has shown a slight increase, while the prevalence in men has shown a decrease. Okay, this is the last point. The prevalence of diabetes mellitus saw an increase with increasing age, reached a peak at the age of 45 to 64 years and decreasing after present day age range. This pattern of increase occurred in the 2013 and 2018 indicators, which indicated the higher the age, the greater the risk of developing diabetes, and increase its prevalence from 2013 to 2018. It occurred in the age group and the one of age group 45 to 54 years and group 2 55 to 64 years and group 3 65 to 74 years and the last of group in 75 years.
Factor can be motive. Number 1, race, ethnic, age, gender, family history of diabetes mellitus, history for giving birth to baby more than 4,000 grams, history of low birth weight birth or LBW or 2,500 grams, and number 2, over height, abdominal or center obesity, lack of physical activity, hypertension, dyslipidemia, unhealth and unbalanced diet or high in calorie, pre-diabetes condition characterized by impaired glucose tolerance atau TGT 140 to 199 mg per dl or impaired fasting blood sugar or TGP 140 mg per dl, and smoking. Factor that cannot be modified is number 1, obesity, namely people with a body mass index atau BMI of 27 is a risk factor for diabetes. In the picture above, we can see that the prevalence of obesity was accompanied by an increase in the prevalence of diabetes mellitus from 2030 to 2018. Number 2, the pattern of consumption of sweet food and drinks with a risk factor from diabetes mellitus is also illustrated in the result of the 2018 risk test. Sweet food consumption behavior illustrates that most respondents consume 1 to 6 times per week with a prevalence of 47.8%. Only 12% of the respondents consume less than 3 times per month.
Several things are done in controlling diabetes mellitus as follows. The first, diet setting. Dietary arrangement adjusts to the calorie needs needed by people with diabetes mellitus, combined with their daily physical activity so that they are properly fulfilled. arrangements include the content, quantity, and timing of food intake, or 3G types number of schedules, so that people with diabetes mellitus have an ideal body weight and blood sugar can be controlled properly. The second, physical activity. Physical activity adjusts to the body ability combined with food intake. Physical activity is carried out with a minimum duration of 30 minutes or day or 150 minutes or week with moderate intensity 50 to 70% maximum heart rate. The target of this activity is the adherence of people with diabetes mellitus to the physical exercise regularly, so that ideal body weight is achieved and blood sugar can be controlled properly. Prevalence of physical activity in Indonesian, Riskesdas 2013, prevalence of physical activity in Indonesian, Riskesdas 2018. The third, pharmacological management or therapy. Treatment or pharmacological therapy must follow the advice of a doctor. In addition, it is important for people with diabetes mellitus to monitor blood sugar levels regularly. At least once every 6 months, people with diabetes are assessed or evaluated on their medication and lifestyle to control adherence of people with diabetes to lifestyle modifications. With this assessment, it is hoped that people with diabetes mellitus will become healthier and comply with pharmacological management so that their disease is more controlled and under control. The last is the fourth, involvement of family roles. Family involvement to encourage people with diabetes to adhere to taking medication, have a healthy lifestyle, or modify their lifestyle to become healthier is also the key to the success of people with diabetes mellitus in controlling their disease.